Okay, I'm at the entrance to Falls Creek Cave, right at the upper end of the, what's it called, natural bridge portion of the cave. I have to very carefully climb down here, so I'll slip and fall too badly. At least there's no ice this time of year. So let me turn on my light. Oops, hang on, I gotta straighten out my light here. Sure is a pretty cave. Okay, my light's at 1%, so you can kind of benefit from natural light here. In fact, if I get over here to the far side, the left side, you can kind of see there's natural light coming through. But I'm gonna turn up my light to about 10% here. Make sure I get a halfway decent video. I'm gonna try to go left here to go through clockwise. I already went through once counterclockwise and it was awesome. What's weird, I thought it took me about 6 hours, but it actually only took about 4 hours. So I'm gonna try to be a little quicker this time. Excuse me. All right, there's the way out. Wow. Not so scary without ice. Come back in the winter, that'll be fun. Alright, let's see if I can find a reasonable way down here. Mostly this cave's not too slippery, but where there's loose rocks, there's always potential for a small rock to roll away. So, definitely need to be mindful of not stepping on a small rock. Alright, so there's the way through. There's the way out. There's the way to the bottom. I'll be going through there on the way out. A few hours. Oops. Notice there's a small ledge right here I could walk on. I could go even higher up there, but there's nothing really up there. Heading towards the entrance of Doom. There's the way out. Good to know. All right, there's the way it just came. Notice all the greenery. Notice all the stuff growing up here too. There's the way I'm going. Notice the skylight up there. Ooh, all right, let's do this. Look at that, even out here under the big skylight. It's a nice little hole. Looks like it goes back at least 10 feet, but it's too small for people. Wow. Now check this out. I'm probably at least 30 feet below ground level. Nice little skylight. Ooh, ah. And then looking straight ahead, look at all the stuff growing. And that's the way down to the main tube. As you can see, it's dozens of feet down. Wow. This is gonna be fun. Especially in the winter when it's covered with ice. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna stop to look around here before I turn out my light. Now look at this. Notice there's a drop off there. So if you try walking down the cliff, you might end up falling off a cliff. Notice how far down I am. There's ground level way up there. Notice all the maple trees. Quite a steep walk up here. Now look at this. Looking straight ahead, I'm lining up with the ceiling of the cave. Some formations under there if you can't see it. But look at this, dozens of feet down. This is where I'm going. Crazy, huh? All right, I'm gonna leave the light at 30% to preserve the light. That's why I'm shooting f over 5.6 too. Get more light in. Hopefully the autofocus will behave. Notice there's a ledge here, but it'd be very difficult and dangerous. Don't do it unless you're an expert spelunker. Even I'm not going out that way. Yeah, that ledge goes quite a while, but yeah, for beginners, don't even try it. Right next to that ledge still. Notice the greenery on the cave doesn't last much longer. I'm getting past the sunlight zone, the twilight zone, into the dark zone, where the ecosystem is much slower. Notice how foggy it is in here. That's not just my breath. It really is foggy in here. I'm gonna prove it too. When I get past here, I'm gonna turn around. It's more obvious on the other side. I want to get through here quickly, so the lens on my camera doesn't fog up too. Wow. Notice all the minerals growing on that cave. Oops, I'm sorry, that rock. There. This will make it a little more obvious where the fog is in this cave. Cool. I'm gonna go up just a little bit higher. I think it'll be even more obvious. There. That's what fog looks like, in case you're wondering. My light's only at 30%. I'm doing that on purpose to try to save battery life. I want to make sure I can get through this cave and do halfway decent video. Darn, I scratched my hand on the rock. Now all the vampire bats are gonna come get me. Just kidding. There's no vampire bats around here. Not even fruit bats. All we have are like little Townsend big-eared bats. Boring. Alright. Notice the horrible lines. There are no lines in the sand. That's from water dripping in above. Try not to trample that if possible. Just play hopscotch on the rocks. Play lava in the real lava. You know you want to. Notice the colors on the rock here. It's like the bare normal lava rock is smooth. All this rough rock is mineral deposits. I'm trying to stay to the left, but it's easier to the right. Whoa! Almost slipped. Most of these rocks are not very slippery, but occasionally I find a good one. Let me go past this rock pile, show you where I am. I don't know if you can see it very well. Last time I'm going to see natural light for a long time. That's the way out. Wow, it's foggy in here. Cool. Hopefully my camera lens won't fog up. Oh boy. Alright, guess I'll go around to the right here. Ugh. Oh man, some nice minerals on the wall. Nice. All right, let me see what's going on here. Oops. See, I'm on a rock right now. Not sure how slippery it is. Just have to be prepared for the worst. Wow. We got cave. We got cave. Notice how tall the cave is here. Crazy, huh? Then again, look at that puddle of water. So, it's not just rock. A lot of interesting stuff in here. Okay, so here I'm in a three-way. I can go right, stay in the main tube, or I can go left up there. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty easy to go up there. Since I'm trying to turn left to go clockwise, that's where I'm going. See, the trick here is to walk past it, up onto this rock pile. Once I'm on the rock pile, I'm already halfway up there. There's the arrow points the way out, not in. Notice it's foggy in here. Man, I hope my camera lens doesn't fog up too badly. Wow. Notice how this tube is mostly flat and easy, except for some piles of breakdown rock. It's not quite as big as the main tube, though. The main tube is much taller and wider. It's got breakdown almost everywhere. This is a lot of work. Well, this is not crawling. I told people this was an easy cave, and they told me I was full of it. I'm like, well, no, if you gotta crawl, it's hard. You can walk right through, man, that's easy. But anyway. Notice I'm going downhill. Whether I'm in the main tube or the side tube, slope is downhill from the entrance towards the lower end. Just like rivers, lava flows downhill usually, unless they're forced uphill by pressure. So here we are, how it gets big again. This is the main tube. There's also a side passage over there to the right. I'm gonna go left. Keep going clockwise. What's weird, look at this. I'm on a nice smooth ledge, except for this rock speed bump. It's like a small welded rock. Kind of cool. See, what day of the week is today? Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Notice the ledge up there and the shape of the rock. Unless I decide to be impatient and not go up there, I'm going to be going up there in a little bit. Actually, this will be a good place to pause the video and start a new one. Hang on.